When I was a kid, my mom would tell me to make sure I washed my hands before dinner. And I usually would. In the time of Jesus, devout Jews would wash their hands ceremonially before they ate. It was a way of expressing that God wanted us to be clean spiritually. And so being clean physically was a way to sort of outwardly express that. But it starts a debate because the religious guys are wondering why they don't wash their hands ceremonially before they eat. Jesus gives a lesson on food. It's not what goes into a person that defiles them, but rather it's what actions come out of a person. Theft, sexual immorality, things like that. Jesus now begins this principle of fulfilling, explaining the purpose of the law. It was confusing for those guys. It was one of the things that caused a rift between Jesus and the religious authorities. This food theme continues throughout this passage. Jesus wants to depart the area, get away from the religious people, and they head up north to an area called Tyre and Sidon, modern-day Lebanon. Have some teaching time, some training time, some relaxation time, and a woman comes up to them, and she begs for healing for her daughter. Jesus makes a food comment that his mission, at least at that time, is to the lost sheep of Israel. And why should he give their bread to the dogs? What a thing to say. She's not dissuaded. She says even dogs get scraps from the table that the children drop. Of course, Jesus grants her request. This food is so important to us. I think even the miracles of the feedings weren't for show off. They were practical. The people had come a long way. They wanted to hear the teaching. They wanted to learn what it meant to follow Jesus. And learning to follow Jesus exists in the midst of us getting our meals and maybe on a wider picture, figuring out how we're going to eat and drink, how we're going to pay our bills, how we're going to function. Jesus cares about your needs. He cares about your food. He cares about what your diet is like. He cares about you.
I've talked and seen too much trash. My hands are dry, my skin is rashed, and I